What's going on, everyone? My name is Anthony Cofrancesco from Honest Careers, and today I'm going to be answering the very common question that sometimes people get a little bit nervous on, and that is how to answer, "Tell me about yourself." Now, this question is not a trap, and it's actually a really great opportunity to let your personality shine through, and this can be a big game changer in the interview. So let's jump in first with why are they asking this question? Right? The real reason is, first and foremost, this is a great way to start the interview question. In fact, in many of the interviews I've been in, this is usually one of the first, if not the first question. The next thing is that this is a really great opportunity for the interviewer to allow you to get comfortable. They understand that most people, an interview scenario is not a really normal and a really environment that they feel very good in. And so this is a good chance for you to take a breath, them to take a breath, and to kind of get things off to the right foot. Additionally, this is a really helpful question to give the interviewer context as to who you are and who you are as an individual. This is going to come into play later down in the interview as they're asking questions. They can kind of refer back to how the way you answered this question so that you can think about, okay, who is this person and why might have they made the decisions that they've made throughout their professional career? So the reason why this interview question is important is because it sets the stage for the rest of the interview. It allows them to know kind of what to expect. Additionally, this is a point of connection that the interviewer can have with you. So maybe you're from the same geographical location, or you took career steps in your journey that were similar to theirs, or potentially their other colleagues. The last thing, and this is probably the most important reason why this question is asked and why it's such an important question overall, is it really allows the interviewer to assess what some people call is the layover test. And the layover test is essentially if you were stuck with the person who you're about to hire, you were stuck in an airport for an extended layover. Would you, at the end of that time, just hate the other person and not enjoy the time that you spend with them? Or would you actually enjoy it? It would be kind of fun. And so a lot of people who are applying for jobs don't realize how important this is. They think that their past experience or the things that they've done in their career are the most important factor in landing the job, when in reality, it actually comes much more down to what is the person's personality, and is the person that we're hiring, is this someone that we would actually want to spend time with as a coworker or as a colleague? So how I start answering the question is a quick sentence about who you are inside of work and who you are outside of work. So I might say, I am a problem solver and rock star sales rep and a world traveler, and I love snuggling with my dog, right? Just two quick things for work, two quick things outside of work that just set the scene for how you're going to answer the rest of the question. The next thing I like to do is break down your answer into past, present, and future. Where you were, where you are, and where you're going. So where you were is all about the past. This can be things like the hometown that you grew up in, where you went to college, maybe if you switched majors throughout college and why you did that. Where you are presently is going to be where you at in your current career or in your most recent job. So this is a really valuable time to talk about the different things you've learned, how you ended up in that career pathway, and setting the stage for the next answer to the question is about where you're going. Where you're going should really tie in heavily to the job that you're looking at in the future. So if you're talking about in the where you are, you're saying, hey, I currently am working in a job at Amazon and I worked my way up through the ranks, although the work-life balance for that company wasn't really good. And so where I'm going into the future is I'm looking for a job where I can still use my skills as a problem solver, use my creative out-of-the-box thinking, but I'm really looking for something and working with a company that has a little more work-life balance, which is why I'm looking at your company, right? You want to tie it into where you're going and almost paint a picture in the recruiter's mind about how you can fit into that company. The last thing I like to do is talk about something that is not related at all to work. And so once you wrap up that last question with where you're going and about how you are going to be the perfect fit for this new company that you're getting recruited for, is you're going to say outside of work, what I really love to do is like I said in the beginning, I'm a world traveler. I've traveled to 15 countries at this point, and I really enjoy experiencing different cultures. Aside from that, when I'm not traveling and I'm close to home, I love taking walks with my dog. I've got a golden retriever that's 4 years old. I got her as a puppy when I was in college, and I love taking walks, and we love going on hikes. and it's a really exciting thing to do. So that last little bit is going to kind of tie it all together. And again, what you want to do is you want to give as many points that the recruiter can actually connect with you on. So whether that's they've lived in the same state that you grew up in, or maybe where you went to college, if you had an internship and you moved up through the ranks, or whatever your position might be, just a way that they can connect to you. So let us know what you thought. We're going to be doing many more questions telling you how to respond directly to interviews. And so let us know down in the comments below what interview questions you're having trouble with and you'd like to see answers to. Thanks so much for joining us today on Honest Careers.